Hello students. So in this video lecture we are going to discuss the ratio of belt tension. So as we know, when the belt is around the pulleys, the rotation takes place because of friction between the belt and the pulley. So here what I will do, I will consider the driven pulley as shown in figure. So you can see the tension on one side I will take it as T1, the other side I will take it as T2. And for our analysis purpose, I will consider a small segment, that is PQ. So we know the belt is making contact with the pulley from point A to B, that is angle of wrap. So that angle of wrap I will take it as theta, but for our analysis purpose I will take the component segment PQ as shown in figure, where the angle is delta theta. Right, so you can see I will write the components. So I will take T as tension on one side, and I will take T plus delta T as tension on the other side. So T plus delta T, because here the tension is more compared to the other side. So this is tight side and this one is slack side. So tension is more in this portion, that is I have taken it as T plus delta T, whereas on the other side the tension is only T. Now I will draw the reaction force, that is Rn. It is because of the force which is acting on the pulley because of friction, and I will take F as the friction force. So here you can see I will take T1 as tension on tight side and T2 as tension on slack side, theta as angle of lap, then Rn is nothing but normal reaction force I have taken, and F is frictional force, which is equal to mu into Rn, where mu is coefficient of friction. Now as I said, I will consider a small segment PQ in the driven pulley making an angle of delta theta at the center. So here you can see it is making an angle of delta theta at the center. Now what I will do, I will resolve the forces. So I can resolve the forces horizontally and vertically. So this is your basic mathematics which you have learnt already. So when I resolve the forces horizontally, you can see the horizontal force is reaction force is Rn, that is normal reaction force. So I will take Rn is equal to, so you can see both T and T plus delta T, they are acting opposite to the direction of Rn. That is why I will take Rn is equal to T sine delta theta by 2 plus T sine delta theta by 2. Right. So since delta theta by 2 is very small, as we have considered a small segment, this angle is also very small. So I can write sine delta theta by 2 as delta theta by 2. So I will replace this sine delta theta by 2 by delta theta by 2 in the equation. So I will get Rn is equal to T delta theta by 2 plus T plus delta T into delta theta by 2. On simplification, you can see we will get Rn is equal to T into delta theta. So here again this delta T into delta theta by 2 is very small and it can be neglected for our analysis purpose. So this is resolving the forces horizontally. Similarly, we have to resolve the forces vertically in the same manner. So in the vertical component, you can see the force is F, that is friction force, which is equal to mu Rn. I will write mu Rn or Rn. Resolve the forces, yes, mu Rn. So this mu Rn you can see, so that is F. The direction of T and T plus delta T is different. T is acting in the direction of F and T plus delta T in the opposite direction of F. So I can write Rn, mu Rn is equal to T plus delta T cos delta theta by 2 minus T cos delta theta by 2. So here I have written directly, I have taken this T cos delta theta by 2 from RHS to LHS directly. So we will get mu Rn plus T cos delta theta by 2 is equal to T plus delta T cos delta theta by 2. So now upon simplification, you can see mu Rn I will write as it is, then T cos delta theta by 2 as it is I will write, then here I will multiply this T plus delta T to cos delta theta by 2, I will get this. So again here since cos delta theta by 2 is very small, I can write cos delta theta by 2 is equal to 1. So I will replace this cos delta theta by 2 as 1 in the above equation. So we will get mu Rn plus t into 1, that is t is equal to, again here it will be t plus delta t. So t I will cancel, so I will get mu Rn is equal to delta t, or I can write Rn is equal to delta t by mu. So this I will call it as equation 2. So this is our equation 1, that is Rn is equal to t delta theta. So now I will equate this equation 1 and 2 and I will get, you can see t d theta is equal to delta t by mu. So I can write mu into delta theta is equal to delta t by t by simply shifting the LHS and RHS terms. Now what I will do, I will integrate the equation 3. I will integrate the above equation 3 between their limits. So I can write mu is a constant, which is coefficient of friction. I will take it outside. So integration of 0 to theta delta theta is equal to RHS integration of T1 to T2 delta T by T. So upon integration, mu as it is I will write. So integration of delta theta is theta. I will write this is equal to integration of 1 by T delta T is ln T. So I will apply the upper and lower limit. I will get ln T1 by T2. So I will shift this ln to the LHS. So if I shift it to LHS, it will be T1 by T2 is equal to e raised to mu theta, where theta is in radians. Always you should remember, because while solving problems, if the angle we have to use, then it should be in radians. So now this is the ratio of belt tension which we need to remember. So that is T1 by T2 is equal to e raised to mu theta, where T1 is tension on tight side, T2 is tension on the other side, and mu is coefficient of friction, theta is angle of lap. So when it comes to this theta, so it is different for open and cross belt drive. So here I have given directly the equation for the theta for open and cross belt drive. You just remember this. So for open belt drive, theta is this 180 minus 2 sin inverse of R1 minus R2 by x into pi by 180 radians. Whereas for cross belt drive, theta is equal to 180 minus 2 sin alpha sin inverse of R1 plus R2 by x into pi by 180 radians. Right? So very simple derivation. Okay, so you should know how to resolve the forces horizontally and vertically. So if you know that, just simplification and you will get the equation, that is T1 by T2 is equal to e raised to mu theta, that is nothing but ratio of belt tensions. Right. In the next video, we will discuss gear drives and what are the types of gear drives and where it will be used.